for in their applicants in order to be eligible. And so what that means is, again, you got to be willing to talk about what you do, but it has to be so clear regardless of how brilliant you think your business idea is. Because if you're not meeting, like this grant we looked at last night, you had to make at least $50,000 over the last 12 months. And a lot of people get mad about that. A lot of people get an attitude talking about, why, how y'all say it? If I had it, I wouldn't need a grant or something like that. One lady, she was going, y'all be going off about them application fees and about them having income requirements. But a grant is going to make you prove that you have a viable business, a feasible business, a profitable business, a scalable business, a money-making, money-generating business. They don't want your hobby. They want to see that you can make money. And so they're going to be like, you have to have made this amount of money. You have to have been in business this amount of time. And you got to show us how you're going to keep making money, right? And then sometimes it comes with an application fee. Like I'm looking at a grant right now that has a $50 application fee. That's the highest I've seen so far. And they want like a pitch deck. If you haven't done a pitch deck, don't worry about it yet. Okay, you might not need it until it's required, but it is worth looking into. And then they want a video. So they're like, sell us on why we should give you this money. So you got to be ready to sell, and that's part of business. So anyway, Deone says, I have a business partner. Do we both apply? That's a good question. It depends on what's the, what do you call it? Is it 50-50? Because you know how I tell y'all the 8 qualifications of a grant as a Black woman with a for-profit small business is to own at least 51% of your business. So the grants that we win, they're looking for 51% owners by a Black woman. So the Black woman has to have the upper hand in the business. 51% makes you the founder. It makes you, I can't think of the word I'm thinking about. Majority owner. You got majority ownership. And so you would be the main one who's like, name is on the check, name is on the W-9 they're going to send when you win. You can talk about your partner. You don't necessarily, both of y'all don't necessarily have to apply unless, and we're going to talk about that a little bit today, unless you're entering a grant funded opportunity where you might have like a business training and development program you're going through, and it gives you a tuition scholarship to pay for you to go through the training. And they're like, oh, you got a partner, bring your partner, we'll pay for them too. That's considered, grants or grant funded opportunities as well. And so they may bring you both in at the same time. I just completed a program like that where there were partners in the program together learning at the same time. So it just depends. It depends on the grant. It depends on how much ownership you have in the business. It depends on what y'all applying for funding for, etc. Yeah, I'm going to turn my light off. I'm not used to having my light on so early in the day. So we're going to work with this, okay? You said, hi, Queen of Ink. What's your business, Queen? You said, hi. Is it a certain amount? ? And grants don't need to be paid back. Is what a certain amount? Let me know. You said grants don't need to be paid back. Grants are free money. They don't need to be paid back. They're not a loan. They're not based on your credit. They can't be taken away. You don't need collateral like you would with a loan. You don't need a co-signer. It's not based on your criminal background. What else? You don't need to bother mom and them to help you crowdfund money, and you raise a certain amount, they raise a certain amount. So yes, we call it OPM, or other people's money. They're really easy to win when you know what you're doing. And so when I show up on these platforms, it's to help you and your business. So if y'all are new here, put new in the chat. Let me greet you with the love of the Lord. Good morning. My name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of BlackWomenInGrants.com, where I help Black women, for-profit small business owners, find, apply for, and win money, honey. Moranique, is that how you say it? Is new. You said certain amount you had to make in your business. Yeah, this grant we were looking at last night. I don't share the details of any grants because I don't co-sign on any grants because they don't pay me to do that. So, but we can walk through any grant. If you find a grant you're interested in, we can walk through it and I can help you, break down what's in it. And so we were looking through the eligibility requirements they required for this particular grant for you to make at least $50,000 a year. And if you weren't making that, it's no point in applying to the grant. Unless you speak with them. Like I've been on webinars and information sessions for grant opportunities, and I ask, what ifs? I'm there to kind of like gauge, is it even worth it for people who don't meet the income requirement, or maybe you haven't been in business long enough. Sometimes you can ask questions around it though. Young says with 50-50 on both Black and she is also Hispanic. Okay, so you would always lead your grant applications with your minority owned, Black and Hispanic owned. But yeah, they're gonna need a leader. They only want one person. They want a founder. A founder. That's why they don't do French. Okay? Let me back up. I get excited about this, y'all. Good morning, New Beginnings. Welcome back. Hold on, my client is messaging me real quick. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that was from yesterday. I'm late. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, they want one person. They want majority owner. They want a founder. This is why if you have a franchise, if you have an MLM or direct sales, I think those are the main two models that do not qualify for grants. You may ask my states. I am in Georgia. You said you were in Ohio. Okay. So the grants that we win they're global, but they're mostly based here in the US. We just got into like Africa territory and the UK and Canada, etc. So anyway, back to what I said. They want a founder. They want one person to write the check to. Whose name goes on this check? They want one business. So if you're multi-passionate, multi-hyphenate, you got multiple businesses, multiple ideas, pick a business. Which business needs to be funded first? Put it in order of priority. Which one needs a grant first? You can get a grant for all of your businesses, all of your ideas, but which one are you focusing on this application? Because they're going to say pick one. So they're going to say one person signs your agreement, or what we call your memorandum of understanding, your MOU, meaning you understand what you're entering into with them. Like these are the deliverables. They may ask you to do a video saying thank you for the grant wins. They just need one person to do that. They may ask for you to do an interview on one of their podcasts. We also see grants fly you out to local studios to be interviewed as a winner. They may want to feature you on their social medias, their websites, their email newsletters, their press release, and they just need one person. There's not a restriction against partnerships, but for the most part, you'll see in a lot of eligibility requirements, they ask that your business be 51% owned, meaning they want one person or one leader's name on the check. It's not a contract, but you might have like an affidavit, you might have a W-9, etc. So we'll have to look into the fine print for you, Dione, and your business partner, and just see what are the rules. Because y'all got some wiggle room, Black and Hispanic owned. So because there are some, we saw this mostly during like the panorama. Y'all remember them 5 years we just came out of? And grants were really popular based on like being Hispanic owned, Latin owned, women owned, did I say Black owned, minority owned. And so sometimes, one will jump out more than another. There was a lady who, she's a Black woman, Black presenting, like you would just look at her and be like, okay, she's a Black woman. But she said she found a grant that was for Hispanic women. She did a 23andMe and found out it was in her blood. So she applied and she won. And so that was so unique. Now we are like, wait a minute, let me go do my DNA. I got a little Scandinavian in me, So yeah, feature all of that. That also means that you can get into some new territory. Look at grants that are offered in Jamaica. Look at grants that are specific to bloodlines. I mean, you just never know. But for the most part, the grants that we win here with Black women in grants, they're going to be based in the U.S., but we also have like one of our mentees that are in our mentorship program. She's a traveling business, but her business is based in the U.S. She travels to different countries. And so she's privy to opportunities in other countries as well. Just depends on where your business is located. But the only ones I'm familiar with are U.S. based because I know, the rules of the game, the laws of the land, following the Constitution, all that good stuff. So that's kind of how that goes. But Dione, if you have a grant in mind that you're considering, let me know. We can look through it together and let's walk through the fine print to see, because you got a lot of good stuff going on for you. If you're new here, go ahead and put new in the chat and welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin. I've won over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. And I'm excited to share with you guys what I know. Okay. Look at you collecting the whole bloodline. She's like, my grandmother is Chinese. My business partner is Hispanic. I'm from Jamaica. I'm Black. Girl, get that money, honey. It's a lot of money available to us. And not just for that. There are groups like if you're a veteran, LGBTQIA+, what is it called? I'm trying to be like politically say the right words and not mess nothing up. When people say like I identify as a woman, um, I don't know the word I'm looking for. I had it the other day because I just started seeing it show up more in grants. What else? Disabled, immigrants. It's so many like little pockets of communities, not cisgender. It's like it's just like the blanket statement is like if you identify as a woman, then you can binary. Is it binary? Wait a minute. Was it binary? I think it was binary. That started the conversation, but it was mostly if you because it was a discussion on the table about a year and a half ago where two men won a grant that was for Black women. And we were like, what was the loophole? How did they get there? We had a lot of questions and no answers. And I finally figured it out recently. But yeah, if you say I identify as a woman, there you go. And I know it gets into like the trans conversation. But yeah, for the most part, it started with the binary conversation. You're right. Thank you, Gordon. Binary, non-binary, that. I don't know the ins and outs. I just know the words that I see. But that's the loophole as far as I identify as a woman, therefore I qualify for funding for women for my business. And so what that means is when they started giving away grants during the global shutdown, right? It was money available for Black women in business. And now here we are 5 years later, DEI, shunned, gone away, court cases, blah, blah, blah. We still Black though. We still women. We still need money for our business, right? And so now they have taken away the word Black. They're keeping the word woman. And so that means that it's open for interpretation. And it's only so far you can go to say, you got to prove you're a woman. Because how legally, can you do that? And so it's open to every race, every culture, different nationalities, etc. There's really no, it's gray. That's what I'm trying to say. And so any little like point of leverage you can use. Okay, well, I'm Black and I'm Jamaican and I'm Hispanic and okay, and I'm a veteran and I'm disabled. And anything you could build on that, there are grants set aside for you. That's who leads like the funding. I saw something pop up. So y'all let me know if you have questions. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Hold on, I'm getting little pop-ups here. But yeah, that's the current conversation. That's where grants are right now. And it makes it, like I said, gray, because then this is what you're presenting on your grant application. And then you don't know who's grading these grant applications. That's where I come in. That's the fun part, because I get to have the conversations with the grant check writers. So I see if it's like an all Black women team, or if it's all white men, or if it's like a diverse crew. So usually it'll be a team of at least two. I think the biggest I've seen is like 8-9 people, where when you submit your grant application, you and the hundreds, maybe even thousands of other people that are applying for this funding, it's being graded, it's being judged. And that's literally the grant application process that I walk you through, how to like get the judges to favor you. New Beginning says, how long does your business have to be open before you can apply for grants? You can have a startup idea. They're called startup grants. So you don't have to officially be in business right now. There are grants to help you get started in your business. However, like I mentioned at the top of the live, you got to be good at and willing to sell the vision. Okay, tell me about this business. Why do you do it? How do you know there's a need for it? What's the money-making potential? Is it scalable? Even if you haven't made money in 12 months, how much would you have made if you were to start today? Like, you got to sell them on that plan. So it's pretty much the same process, just without proof. You just have to sell harder. You got to paint the picture. You got to tell the story, who you're going to impact, why they should give you the funding over another startup. So, it's no minimum per se. It also depends on the grant. Some grants will flat out say you need to be in business for at least this, or you need to have made this amount of money. Those are not the grants you're applying to. You're applying for the ones with startup. They call it zero Something that starts with zero. I don't know why these words ain't coming to me. Zero to lunch or zero to scale, you'll hear it. It means you haven't made any money yet. They call it pre-revenue, all of that. They got all these words, just mean you ain't made no money yet. But you can apply for and win funding. Single mothers, depends, Dion. Like, it depends. So let's say, I'm trying to think, have I seen a grant for, I've never seen a grant for single mothers. But like I said, I teach y'all how to get the judges to favor you. So it's great you're a single mother, but tell us about your business. And let's say the people that you're serving are single mothers. Let's say that you're telling the grant, I need this grant because I serve single mothers. Here's why, and here's my story relating to being a single mother. Here's the single mothers that I've helped, and here's who they're going to help. You see what I'm saying? So you got to flip the script. So they're not necessarily going to pity you or favor you. That's why I always say they don't care that you're Black and broke in business. People get offended with that because they thinking, and I was like that too. I could show y'all an essay I wrote a couple years ago where I was like, my lights off, my insurance canceled, I got to walk everywhere. I told all my business. I'm struggling. Child, I didn't win that grant. But when I said, well, I'm helping Black women not have to be homeless, not have to pay out of their own pockets for their business, start these additional revenue streams, put more money into their bank accounts for their household, nest eggs, cushions, add more revenue. I started winning grants. So I realized, and one grant told me, this ain't about you, baby. We gave you the money because of what you do for other people. And I was like, well, that humbled me. Let me focus on these ladies that I help. So grants are big on community impact. What are you doing for other people? In that case, what are you doing for single moms versus just, trying to hit a lick because you're a single mom? That's how they looking at it. They nice. They don't say it like that, but tell you what I know. Ruth says, do they have a grant for startup salon suites? That's a grant for anything. Anything you could think of. There's grants for graveyards, mortuaries. It's grants for anything you could think of. So it's about selling the idea of your business, what you do and who you do it for. Y'all want to tell me about your businesses? What do you do? What is your business? And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of BlackWomenInGrants.com. I host a mentorship for a full year where I give scholarships for Black women with for-profit small businesses to come learn with me. It's only 54 cents a day, y'all. That's $197 for a full year. 54 cents a day. And we have women who are winning big. We won a total of $349,460 so far in the last few months. So that's what I do. My website is BlackWomenInGrants.com. If you want to come join us, there's a scholarship to come join us for that $197 price. That's our scholarship price. And I got some goodies and some bonuses to tell y'all about. I'm working on my 4th book as well that I'm about to put into our mentorship program. I'll be done with that before the end of this month. I'm making progress. Y'all pray for me. The New Beginnings has rental property. Tell me more about the rental property. New Beginnings. Dione says, so I could say I'm helping older adults remain in their homes by providing. Oh, I like it, Dione. I like it. So talk more about the older adults. Hold on, I'm getting cross-eyed trying to read your name. Is how you say it, Layla? Can you put that in Hooked on Phonics style for me? Lay Alexandria. Golly, that was one long word. I couldn't break it up in my brain. Okay. Layla. Lay Alexandria. Girl. Hey, girl. I'm trying. I like to get people's names right. Help me. Okay, you said, so I can say that I'm helping older adults remain in their homes by providing competent caregivers. Yes, and dig deeper. Tell us about the older adults. Who are they? Are they part of the sandwich generation, baby boomers? Are they retired executives? Are they, what do they do in their lives and now they can't? You see what I'm saying? Who are the competent caregivers? What makes them competent? Talk more about those people. You say, hey, Dr. AJ, I'm looking to start a startup. Just say I have a startup. You can't start a startup. See how there's 2 words? mean the same thing. Because my brain is like, wait, what? Start a startup. Providing mobile phlebotomy and drug testing. DOT. I think that's Department of Transportation. Okay, I think you were just telling me about your business. It's early. Okay. What's your question? Answer a question. I think I can help you. Morinique says Rest Haven. Is that the name of your business? Let me know. Girl, I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay. Okay, it's DOT. Okay. Jesus. You said that's a good industry funded. Well, we have a lot of mobile drug testing, mobile genetic screening. We have a lot of mobile phlebotomy. Yeah, we have a lot of people with those types of businesses. What is it? Medical careers. Y'all be, yeah, y'all need mobile business. Y'all be, yeah. So you're looking for a grant. Hey, Michelle Hayward, to help fund you in Mississippi. Okay. That's what you want to get into later. Okay. See me on two platforms. Yes, we are dual. I'm trash streaming. I'm actually on YouTube as well. Did y'all know TikTok is scheduled to go away in September? So if you're not following us on YouTube, what you waiting on? We're blackwomeningrants.com. Just fill out the DOT. That's where we'll be doing our hold on, I gotta crack my back. Oh, Jesus. Getting a little stiff. Okay. That's what we'll be doing our live streams when TikTok goes away. Either next month or whenever they go away. Child, we'll be on YouTube. Okay. So yes, I'm on YouTube right now. I'm on Facebook right now, and I'm on TikTok right now. So I started my rental business 1 year ago. My goal is generational wealth. You got to talk more about that. So to give you an example, new beginnings, and I think you've been here before, right? I don't know if we've done this together, but when it comes to buying rental properties, land, commercial buildings that you want to start from the ground up, you got to talk about why that's needed. Why is it necessary? Why should it be you and not someone else that's in the real estate space? What are you developing? What is generational wealth? Who's going to benefit from that? Because granted, they're not going to care to help you build generational wealth. But if you're talking about bringing financial literacy to a space, if you're talking about underserved, underrepresented, and how they need this to happen for the community to thrive, that's a whole nother story, right? You too. Talk to me in the chat. I can see y'all there. I can't see you, but I see you. You feel me? I'm streaming y'all into my TikTok. So that's the screen that y'all see here. But I can also see the chat. So if you're on YouTube and you want to chat with me, chat with me. Tell me about your business. What do you do? What other questions can I answer for you guys? We talked about what grants are. What they're not is like your saving grace. They're not a get rich quick scheme. They're not something to depend on to help you avoid bankruptcy, pay your back taxes, pay your bills. Like they don't want to be your financial savior. They're usually a one and done. So once you win one, you need to have something else in the pipeline ready to go, right? You said the older adults would be veterans. Say that. And older adults who were teachers. And there you go. Tell their stories. Yeah. Because now you're getting into, okay, these are people who have served our country, served our children, served us. And it's like, now it's our time to give back. And so I would throw that in there. Let's pull on some heartstrings, play on some emotions, right? New Beginning says serve more. So the section, serve more. So the Section 8 community. And I would like to one day get a contract with the military. Okay. The owner says mobility and safety as they age. There you go. Talk about it. There you go. So, ooh, that's good. I know, girl. I'm really good at this. Y'all just got to do this work in this program. I'm trying to help y'all win some money. I really want to see our next winner. Like my eyes light up. We get to scream and celebrate together. All because you learn how to just tell that story, sell that vision. It's not good enough just to talk about what you do. You got to talk about who you serve and why. Yeah. What else y'all got? Any questions about grants? Anybody need some mentorship around this? You're like, okay, I can see myself applying for some grants. I look forward to actually winning some. I really wish I could, especially if you tried it on your own and it's not working. Come join us in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. I've written 4 books for you guys. 2. Hold on, I can barely hold it in one hand. 3. All of them are over on our website, blackwomenandgrants.com. You can get your hands on just the books. You can come join us in our mentorship. We also have a membership. There are options for us to take this deeper. Monique says, and are overwhelmed with all the medication. I missed the first part, Monique. The last thing I see from you, scrolling, is a yes. I don't know what we was talking about, but I missed the first part of whatever you're filling in the blanks to. Fiona says, you're teaching me. I'm good with words, but you know the ropes. I do, and I know how to sell a really good story. You have to tap into who you're serving. And a lot of people don't know to go that deep, which, we spend more time trying to educate on what we do and why we're so great and we're smart and pick us. And it's like, well, no, let me flip this thing. So it's more of a storytelling skill. And it can work whether you're selling a product or a service, but because you're selling your business as a whole, as a brand, and you're pitching for funding, you really want to tap into stuff that they haven't heard, because they're used to hearing certain basic stuff, but you got to go deeper. That's how my clients win grants. So, for example, Tanika Sands Hendricks, she might pop on here. I know she's at work, but she's the swim instructor in New York that helps little black and brown kids learn how to swim. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Welcome. So she wins grants to rent pool space to teach kids in her neighborhood who usually don't know how to swim for whatever reason. She's doing drowning prevention. That's deeper. That's more heartfelt than I'm a swim instructor. No, I'm teaching little black and brown kids how to swim. And then she's also training lifeguards and certifying swim instructors. And she's certified through the Red Cross. So she's put in her training, but it's showing how her education, her skills as an entrepreneur, her experience in what she does is impacting her community at large. And so she's won $27,500 so far. She's still winning. She's on a winning streak. She's scheduled to get a check for $5,000 soon. She's won so much money. Most of her money she's won this year just from us working together. So it's money to be made. It's money to be found. It's money that's closer than you know of, from your community all the way to, like I said, global opportunities. So it's all about what you say about what you do. And that's what the grants are curious about. They're like, yeah, you started a business. Great job. Tell us about the people you're serving, including your community. What other questions y'all have? Let me know. Let's talk. I got time. Said I want to get to Madison, Bezos, and Melinda Gates grants. Melinda Gates, Bill and Melinda Gates is a scholarship. I don't know that they offer grants. Um, Michelle, you still on here with us? I think Sade got that scholarship. She talks about that. I remember them from back in the day. Morning says, well, you look for grants. You can go online right now and just type in grants for small business and see what pops up. You'll see a list of grants. Just be careful of the scams. There are a lot of scams out there. There are a lot of scams here on social media. It's some scammers on this live with us right now. So just be careful. If you're getting inbox messages on any social media platform, you're about to get scammed. No grant will come find you and ask you, do you want to win a grant? Okay, so if anybody's in your socials, even if they swear it's me, girl, it's not. I'm trying to keep focus on the live. It definitely ain't me in your inbox, okay? She can use ChatGPT, but everybody's doing that. Yeah, and chat is one of those things where you don't want it to replace what you know. You want it to enhance it. That's why I teach y'all in the mentorship how to work with Chat GPT as your second brain, not your only resource. Because again, if you're thinking like everybody else, y'all applying to the same grants, y'all getting rejected from the same grants, and grants know that now. They know they peep game. Yeah, so I teach y'all how to get around that system. Partner with your second brain, okay? Oh, morning, there's your comment. For some reason, it was grayed out. It said medication management and care home for elderly youth. What is medication management? What does that mean? It said, and continue to look. You can look for grants all day, every day. Like I can send you a list of grants right now. I give you a list of over $1.2 million in grant funding every single month when you join us in the mentorship program. But all you have is a list of grants. If you don't know what to say on the grant applications, if you don't know what to look for to make sure you're qualifying for these grants, you got the right business model, you're in the right phase, you're going to waste a lot of your time. You're going to apply for a lot of grants. You're going to get rejected, get denied, lose. And then you're back at square one like, can I do this? Do I need to hire a grant writer? Is this right? Is this a scam? Should I do? And then it leads right back to where you're at right now. So what I try to do is teach you guys how to apply for these opportunities. And then we go from there so that it's not a hit or miss. Because a lot of people do what I call spray it and pray it. That's where you just see a link for a grant, you go apply. Your fingers, eyes, toes crossed. You're hoping you get it. You might win one, but it's definitely not sustainable. And then the people that do that, they tell me they don't even know why they won. So they can't repeat it. It was just a fluke, like a one-time thing or whatever. So, hope that helps. Navigating Medicaid. I still don't know what is okay. After being discharged prematurely from rehab or hospitals. Okay. You'll have to tell more of their stories. Because if it's someone who's never been in that situation, you got to paint the picture. Okay. Talk more about the people. Because navigating medications mean nothing to someone who's never had to navigate medication, whatever that means. So talk to us like we babies, child. What that mean? Just imagine a little 2-year-old like, well, why? Answer that question. And what is being discharged prematurely like? You're in like I feel like it's one of those uphill battle type conversations. You don't want to be polarized in any type of industry because again, you don't know who's on these grant review boards. So if they've never had a loved one went through that, if they've never been through that, if they're pro rehab and you don't want something that'll create argument. I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but come back, talk to us about people who are on medications, why they need help navigating the medications, what kind of medications they're on, why are they in rehab, why you're stepping in, why they need what you do. Like bring it back to you. Because you don't have to nitpick at an industry. You don't have to put anybody down. You don't have to step on necks. Just prove why there's a need for you. Like perfect example, like I said, you can go and search grants, on Google. You just have a list of grants. However, the grants that I share with you in our mentorship every month, once a month, unlimited for the full year you're in the program with us, they're vetted specifically for women entrepreneurs. They're favoring the vets, the disabled, the LGBTQIA, the BIPOC community. Y'all see how this works? So that's why there's a need for what I do. And then once you have those vetted grants, now let's talk about which one does your business really qualify for? Okay, now that we found some that you qualify for, let's go through the grant application process. You're not on your own. You're not guessing. I'm available to you via email to ask me your questions. And we can go question by question because you're going to have to write essays. You're going to have to pitch your business on video. They're going to ask for slide decks, testimonials from your clients. If you're not started a business yet, there's certain ways you need to answer the questions. Oh, and by the way, I'm behind the scenes in the rooms with the conversations about the millions of dollars that these corporations, associations, organizations, and foundations have received. Notice I didn't say government grants. I didn't say nonprofit grants. I didn't say federal funding. So we're on a whole nother side. I'm advocating for Black women. Like, I'm literally paid to be in rooms where the checks are being written, making sure our names are on these checks, making sure we have a seat at the table and we're part of the conversation about what goes on outside of these four walls for Black women in business. So I'm advocating for us. I'm coming back telling y'all the secrets. I'm applying for the funding, I'm winning the money, and then I have clients who are winning the money, like Brittany, who y'all will see on the blackwomenandgrants.com website. She's standing there with her first check for $15,000, 90 days fresh out of our mentorship program. And that's how long I tell y'all to give yourselves. So you hear the difference between, you can go search this on your own, you can buy a list of grants, but the difference is winning the grants, being in a community of other grant winners, learning from a grant winner who also has insider information. You see what I'm saying? So you got to talk about why they need you to do this versus, you trying to do this on your own, or you trying to guess and piecemeal stuff together by collecting information from other sources. So show them why you're that one-stop shop. What other questions y'all got? Talk to me. Let me know. Anybody else want to tell me about your business, what you do? Maybe even why you need a grant. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, founder of BlackWomenInGrants.com, where I help Black women, for profit, small business owners find, apply for, and win grants. I love what I do. It's very exciting. I do it for fun. I have a lot of fun doing this with y'all. What type of business do you do besides help with grants? This is one of my businesses. My other company, I train Black Christian women to become certified life coaches. And so they don't need me no more. They're grown. Some of our coaches join us here on the lives now. They're like, what else you doing? So they're off being successful as coaches worldwide. I've trained about 200 coaches there. Um, and this is all I do for fun. And I love it. So we got some fun stuff coming up as well. I am in the beginning phases of planning our event for April here in Atlanta. Beyonce said you make it sound very exciting. It is. I really enjoy this. That's why I spend so much time. I'm like, because I thought it through. Like, me and Jesus be sitting here having a time, conversations. I'm like, all right, God, I really enjoy what I do. Learning about this, like, I really study grants. I study their process. I study winners. I recognize patterns, which is how I can teach y'all the game. Like, okay, when they say this, you say this. And then I get responses from you, Dion, and it's like, oh, that's good. I'm like, I know, girl, because I've studied it. So I'm a grant winner. I've won over $1 million in my personal life. I've won multiple six figures here in the business. And then our mentees over at blackwomenandgrants.com have won almost $500,000. We'll be at $500,000 before the end of this year in wins. And so to hear, you just won your first $10,000, you just won your next $5,000, and it can keep going, add up. You don't have to pay anybody to do this for you. This is a skill you want to learn, and I'm happy to teach it. And so that's why I write the books. That's why I'm on here on the lives with y'all. That's why we are hosting our virtual events. I have the mentorship program, our membership program. Like, I'm here and I enjoy it. I do this, I don't know, it's just here's like the nerd in me, just to learn and to share. And so that's what it's about. So I'm like, ask me a question. Let's talk about it. Help you have a breakthrough. So this is a safe space where I help Black women like navigate the conversation. I'm gonna use Monique's words. Okay. What is my new book about? What are my papers? Oh, they're on the floor. Hold on. So these are some of the notes that I've been taking. It's probably just from this year. I just wrote a book this year. It's in the mentorship, the Black Women in Grants book, about our last 10 grant winners. Did a case study on them, how they've won, and how you can follow in their footsteps. All three of these books are available in a book bundle on the blackwomenandgrants.com website for like $97. or you can just pay the $197 and get the mentorship added to that. But this book is all about, like, it goes deeper. So my books are in a series, but I don't tell people that. I just want y'all to learn, because the first book is all about what are grants, where to find them, which ones you need to be applying to as a Black woman if you want debt-free funding. And then again, this book is about, okay, now these are the clients that are actually using what I taught in the first book, because they've read the book multiple times. Every time you read it, they go out and win more money. And then this book builds on them winning. This starts with my 6-figure journey to my first 6 figures in business funding, building on what I've known since I was 9 years old. Like, you actually get to see pictures of me at 9 winning my first round of funding, featured on CNN television, featured in the newspaper. And then the book that I'm writing this month is a culmination of my notes that are breaking down more frequently asked questions about grants. I'm meeting a lot of women who are applying for grants and they're getting rejected or denied or ghosted. I'm teaching you how to actually get grants to respond to you, actually get them to select you. Like, I literally just watched this process in real time. There was a grant in partnership with Google, and they were looking for, I think, 4 people in my hood. And they, I did my interview with them. I applied for the program, and then they asked me, do I know people? And I sent them people. Nobody else got in but me. And so I know what I do works. Now, if I would have sent them one of my, I couldn't send them one of my clients because my clients don't live that close to me to qualify for this one. They were looking in a specific area in Georgia. But the people that I did know that I help with grants, they went and applied on their own. They didn't get it. I got it because I know how to apply for grants, and so do my clients. And so even when my clients apply, we expect nothing less than a win. We're like, what do you mean they didn't give it to you? Who do we need to call? Because we know you qualify. So that's what's going to be in this book, like what should be on like every small business grant application, and why you need to make sure that you have a grant application strategy. And so it's going to be really good. Slay says, how do I find out about your group? It's over at blackwomeningrants.com. Facebook, I'm going to go so I can use my tablet. Let's see. I'll walk you through real quick. It's www.blackwomeningrants.com. Trying to pull it up. Okay, it's going to be backwards, but when you get there, it'll be front facing. And it looks like this. So this is blackwomeningrants.com. You can get there through through the profile right here on our TikTok channel. That's Tay, our swim instructor in New York. I was just telling y'all about. She flew here to Atlanta, hung out with me for the weekend for a VIP day. We did a photo shoot. And that's us just a couple weeks ago. And then that's her about a month ago winning a $5,000 grant. She's in New York. And so that was like her third 5K grant win. And she keeps winning. And so if you want to be like Tay and start winning and keep winning, she's in this program right here. It's called the Grant Game Mentorship. And so what that is, let me read it to you like I wrote it so I can say it right. The Grant Game Mentorship Program is a one-time payment. It gives you year-long access to our self-paced, independent study courses, grant coaching that allows you to learn at your leisure. So it's already recorded. There are videos, there are the books, there's an app that'll read the book to you. So if you're an audio person, you learn better by hearing. I do. That's there, as well as interviews with our grant winners. It's hands-free. It's on the go, so you can download all the trainings on your Bapuda, little baby Bapuda. My little niece used to call computers Bapuda, so we still say that, or I still say that. But her mom be like, do not talk to her like that. She's 30 years old now. So anyway, this is 24/7 access to me via email as well if you got questions about grants. And yeah, that's what that is. 197 mentorship. So blackwomeningrants.com is how to get there. So you just click on the learn more. I'm trying to do this backwards. It's not working. Learn more. Oh, there we go. I was holding that other screen. And then it'll pull it up. I'm messing this up because I keep touching it twice. But it'll work for you. So this is the screen. And you just scroll down. That's Brittany with her $15K check. 90 days into the program. So if you're wondering how long it takes to win a grant, give yourself 90 days after you join the mentorship. So right here where it says click to register or register now, that's how you come join us. It's very simple. It takes about 2 minutes to come and join us. So if you got questions, the pricing that's on the website is there. Yes, there's Afterpay, there's Klarna, and there's Affirm. So go there now, grab a spot, and the first person that joins us while I'm live with you right now, gets a free bonus call with me as well for 90 minutes. So, yes, Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm is there. And you'll get a copy of the new book that's coming out. You also get a front row seat at our event here in Atlanta in April. Atlanta in April. April is my business anniversary. I'm about to work. I'm going to have a team of people. This is going to be so new for me, but just helping me with this event because it's a new spin on the events I'm used to doing. And so I'll be meeting some of y'all here in Atlanta in April. I'm so excited. It's exclusive though. Everybody, we got 700 ladies in our mentorship. I'm not doing this for 700 people. Maybe 1% of that. Maybe. So yeah. Maybe 10%. We'll see. But anyway, there'll also be a live stream option. I feel like I'm missing a bonus. It's the live event. It's the book that'll be out by the end of the month. And it's the call with me. I feel like it's something else. I can't recall. Let me see what else is gonna be in this book. I can't tell you everything, Dione. Just nosy. Dang. I'm trying to remember what. Oh, give me a number, Dione. I could tell you what's gonna one of the topics. Because that's what I've been talking about on our lives. Is a topic every time. One of the topics is going to be in the book. So we talked about a lot of this stuff. So give me a number. It's 35 different topics this book is going to cover based on my notes. As I apply for grants and as I learn, I take notes. And then this is a what's on here? That's my client information. So this is a journal with 300 pages. I'm almost at the end. Like I got that much left of this journal in 300 pages. And so by the time I get almost through with a journal, I start ripping out the pages. It's my writing process. I don't even notice when I'm doing it. And then they become a stack of papers. All these have been ripped out of that journal. And then I'm looking at the topics that I've been writing about, taking notes about, teaching y'all about on the lives. And I'm like, it's time for another book. I've been wanting to write another book as I was writing my last book because I felt like I should have called it something different. So I was like, well, that'll just be the next one. I know I got more than enough notes, right? And so I went through my notes recently. I categorized everything. It's a whole process, girl. And then I numbered them because that's going to keep me in order. Okay, so you say number 10. So number 10 is the secret to winning a small business grant revealed. You want to hear what that secret is? So I would turn to that topic, which is at the top of the page. Oh, it's talking out. Maybe we're supposed to talk about this, Dione. It's at the top of the page, girl. You was in the spirit. Hold on, let me pull it out. And then I got to number it so I don't lose it again. Hold on. This is number 10. So this might be like, you know how you got a table of content? Probably like number 10. Like turn to page 10. So I'm gonna try to, it'll be at least a page on all of this, but it's me going deeper into these topics. Let me rig my little setup here so my paper will stay. And we'll talk through it. YouTube, y'all got any questions? Let me know. I'm here. I can see y'all on there liking and thumbs up. And okay, so this, I'll just go through a couple. I'll give you everything. You gotta get the book. The Secret to Winning a Small Business Grant Revealed. That'll help you win again and again. It supports you. Oh, I cannot read this far. It supports you and your business and your community. So we're going to, talk a lot about social impact, like what you're doing for the community in the community. These are my notes from a course I took on social impact that was funded by a grant. And as I was learning more about how to define it, I really liked some of the, I didn't agree with the whole course, But what I did, like I pulled it out. So for example, it's something called social purpose. And social purpose is a specific series of aims that all business need to promote. So what that means is everything we've just been talking about, how you're showing how you should be the one to get the funding based on what you're doing for your customers, your clients, your community. I throw in like a cause, a charity, a church, etc. Diamond Queen on YouTube says, "Thank you for sharing, because you have a lot of." I do, girl. That's just what's on my desk. If y'all can see what's on my living room floor at this moment in little organized piles of chaos, y'all will be like, "Child, you're gonna be teaching to the cows come home." So, the psychology of consciousness. I don't know. Tell me more. Maybe. I was a psych major for a little bit. I know what the hippocampus is. Okay. My it's my experience. Um, so social purpose adds value to your business. Helps you meet your funding goals. It helps you make choices to help support your. This is a lot of tech talk for if you can marry your business idea plus helping the hood, helping your community, giving back. Just like I'm sitting here with y'all at 10:45 a.m. Eastern on a Wednesday, instead of sitting and scrolling Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. I'm on here teaching. This is my give back. Some of y'all I'll never see again, but you're gonna take something away that's gonna bless you real good when it comes to applying for these grants. Are you a little bit more knowledgeable about the process? That's my give back. That's my social purpose. So I like to think of social purpose as like you're doing business, but you're also marrying in or like sewing in some of the fibers of community with your business. The example they use in this course was horrible. I don't even want to talk about it. It made me mad. But just think of your give back. But this all is the key to helping you win grants when you incorporate that social purpose into your business. Also put every aspect of your business doesn't have to support your social purpose aim directly. So what that means is when you see a grant, and it might be specific to certain types of business as it relates to like we're looking for people. One grant specifically, they're doing a great job. It's run by Black women, so of course, but they support other women with businesses that specifically help girls and women. And so if your business doesn't do that, don't think that you need to go start a business like that, or you got to make your business like nonprofit, or you got to start a nonprofit. We don't have to do that. We're in a part of an era called social enterprise or social entrepreneurs. I've always done that where we still got a heart to serve. We still got a heart to help. We're not all about profit, profit, profit. However, we do want to get paid because we like to pay our bills, eat good, and be safe. Amen. But our mission is driven by our heart to help. Like we know what to do to help our hood, help our community, and not make it all about money. Because we know the money's gonna come. At least that's what the Bible say, given it shall be given. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I believe. And so my business has social purpose. So you don't have to change your business model. You don't have to give your services away for free. You don't have to start a 501c3. But you do need to think about others. So even if you're like, I'm going to use my business model. So I am home based or mobile, can be a digital nomad if I wanted to. So my business is based wherever I am. However, I always consider the community. So let's say I'm traveling somewhere and I'm like, okay, well, who do I know here that I can help while I'm here? So I was in New York twice this year and I met up with one of my clients there. Before I had to be anywhere else on business, which is why I was there, I met with my client. I brought her along to the business meetings. She was my plus one in the rooms where the money was being discussed, etc. So it's like, what can I bring to this community? Because she's like the plant in that community. She's gonna help blossom there. She shares, she tells people about what we do. She's winning money for her community because of what she's learning from me. That's what I'm bringing. So while I was there, I didn't get a chance to do it, but reaching out to like the media, telling them I'm there or letting them interview us together, etc. It's a lot that goes into that, but that's factored into what I do, so that's a part of my business model. So just thinking about ways you can help the hood while you are somewhere else. Even in my own community. I'm new to this side of Atlanta, but when I moved here, I just left my car at home, walked the community, ended up finding our Department of Economic Development, which is how they do business on this side. The side of Georgia I'm from, we do business a little bit different, but we're a smaller country or town. I'm more a part of the extended city of Atlanta. Atlanta does business completely different. So just because I'm in Georgia doesn't mean Georgia do business the same way. So I had to learn the new rules of the hood over here. I ended up meeting with my mayor and my mayor from my hometown, found out they got grants for the city that trickle down to the local level. And here's how to get involved. So it's like that economy, the local economy, getting involved with your business districts, your Department of Economic Development, volunteering to do, you know, events that they host. I've been to so many events. I'm like, okay, I'm tired of seeing y'all. I will see y'all next year. So they do a lot of fun stuff on this side. And then they have like spaces you can rent. They got a new co-work space that just opened up recently. And so when I'm looking for places to bring y'all here to Atlanta, who am I reaching out to? My fellow colleagues that I've met on my walk in my hood to see how to stimulate the local economy. And I talk about that in my grants. Here's the business that I bring to the hood because I factored in community to my business model. So that's a little bit about social purpose. That's number 10. Dione. Thank you for asking. I'm happy to talk about it. Slay says, so I'm on the site. Do I need to pay for the book by itself or does it come with the course? It comes with the course. All the books are in the course, but a lot of people think they're getting the cheat code by just buying the book. So I put the books over there like, okay, get the book. But yeah, the books are in the course already. So whichever option you choose, whether it is the independent study course or the option to come work with us live on Zoom twice a month, every first and last Tuesday. We just had a meeting last night. That was really nice. And yeah, you get the course. You get me live if you choose the monthly option. And that's how that works. Any other questions? Let me know. So every day, Dione, I'm adding to the book. So we're on day 6. I can't believe it. I feel like I just started. Like, man, how are we a week into it? So I got a few pages done because all of this has to become typed up and computerized now that it's out of my brain. So we got our table of contents. We got our list of FAQs. We got the topics we'll be talking about. And then towards the end of the month, I'll spend more time kind of filling in the blanks as I talk through this with y'all. So thank you for asking. So when you see me do the contest for the first person to put a number, we're going to talk about something out of the book. We're going to let y'all guide the conversation. But tell me what number y'all want. I ain't going to tell y'all the topics in it. Just give me a number, okay? So that's the new book. I can't tell you the title yet. I'm excited. I ain't saying the title yet because I got to figure out what picture I want to put on the cover. I'm excited because I did a photo shoot this year and the pictures are bomb. So I'm excited about that too. Okay. Why is the record button on YouTube blue? YouTube, y'all still there? Diamond Queen, can you still hear me, girl? Let me know. What other questions can I answer for you guys? I got a little time. I really got a lot done this morning. I'm proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself for yesterday and today. I got a lot done, so got a little free time. Usually I'll be somewhere scrambling, but I had a little extra time if y'all got questions, okay? So Slay is over on the blackwomeningrants.com website for our mentorship. By the way, I know I told y'all the books are in the mentorship. I can tell y'all what's in the Finding Funding ebook if you haven't read it yet. It's actually listed on the website. It's all about my journey to getting into grants, business grants. I won my first $1,000 grant in 2020 for my business. I've now won multiple 6 figures in grants and grant funded opportunities since then. My clients have blown me out of the water, honey. They ain't winning $1,000. They winning $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. Our top winner is $100,000, $100,710. Raven DuVernay. She's a Black woman farmer in Baltimore. Her check is on the website as well. You can see that 6-figure check over there. So my clients are blowing me out of the water, but I'm giving you all the secrets that I started out with, including using AI. AI, baby. It can be your friend, but you can't be using it like everybody else. So I teach y'all how to use it the right way. We dive deep into it. People are jealous of how we use AI for grants. Okay. Trying to see what else stands out. It's a checklist of stuff that you need to have in place as you start applying for these grants. So I teach you what to do, what not to do, how not to get scammed. Y'all be careful out here. There's a lady that inboxed me here on TikTok, and she was saying how somebody was pretending to be me, and she caught on because Black women, we smart, we got discernment, we be knowing in our knower, in our gut, something ain't right, something is off, and she's just like, something don't feel right. So some kind of way, she and I were connected, and she ended up screenshotting me the conversation she was having with a scammer girl. And this lady, her name is Delisa, she scrolled through my videos that I do on scams and sent it to the scammer and was like, I know this ain't Dr. H. And I was like, not you sending them my video. That was so funny to me. So she sent me the screenshot. So y'all be careful. And you could tell when it's a scam. And a lot of people get caught up because they really, really, really want it to work. They really, really, really want to win a grant so bad. And so they end up falling for the okie doke because they want it to be easy. They want to win. They want it to work. And they end up losing money. They end up getting in trouble. And then they come to me and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. So there's that. Clarissa, how's it going, my dear? I see you're trying to get registered, but it just shows that it's incomplete. So let me know if you need my help on the website, etc. Any other questions? Y'all got questions about coming to work with me, joining our mentorship program? I told y'all we have an app that'll read our books to you. If you're not a book reader, like sometimes I have to force myself to sit still, read 10 pages, and then go do something else. Okay. So you're finishing up. Okay. So we have the app where you don't have to sit still. I be cooking, cleaning. I be in the shower. I put everything on my Bluetooth. So it's playing around the house. So as I'm room to room, I'm listening and I'm learning. And so when I go on walks, when I'm driving, I like to learn that way. So I make my learning like that for y'all. So we got the audio portion for those who like to listen. We got the visuals. I got videos. I got books you can print out, etc. And then we got the hands-on where you actually got to get out there in the field, start applying for grants using the templates that I teach you in the mentorship. And then you also get to see examples of our top grant winning clients like Peaches, who has a barbecue restaurant in Detroit. She just won $9,500. She got a new freezer fridge combo. She said she bought her some new ribs, some new brisket, and some new pantry items. And it was a lifesaver because shortly after that, she experienced 2 personal losses. So as she was going through grief, she didn't have to close her business doors. That grant really provided some cushion for her financially that helped her remain in business. So I love that for her and for all the women I see winning grants, and just knowing that this is bringing in income for your family, adding another revenue stream. And we're doing this together. Like the bougiest thing I've experienced recently was when 2 of my clients flew in here to Atlanta back in April. Tay, the swim instructor from New York, and Ashley, who owns a skincare line. She's won over $42,000 in grants and grant funded opportunities. And so they flew in, they were in my mastermind, they graduated, flew in for their graduation. It was their second time coming to hang out with me here in Atlanta. And we went to a local Ethiopian restaurant. I had made reservations for us to do a coffee ceremony. I had heard about it. I looked it up. It was really like ritualistic. I like it. It was culture. So we did that together. And now Ashley, she messaged me recently. She was like, I just found an Ethiopian restaurant. She's in Colorado. So she's been on the hunt to like repeat that. But having that experience together and what it represented, and us just sitting and talking about goals and how they've won and how far they've come. And they've been my clients for, Ashley's been here for a couple years. Tay just hit her year mark in July. And to know more people are coming after them, y'all, is such a phenomenal experience. We just sat outside on the balcony of the restaurant and just talked about dreams and grants and what it's done for their businesses and what they're looking forward to. And so I'm just really excited to have that experience. Like, it was eye-opening as well because I talked to y'all online. So we did the photo shoot earlier that day, and then we did our coffee ceremony and dinner, had a little fun, and then they hopped in the Uber and they were back at the airport because they had other places to be around the world. So I was like their pit stop. I thought I was the main attraction until they got, and I was like, no, we got other plans in other states. So I was like, okay. It was just a really bougie experience that I really enjoyed being a part of. And I was like, I want to keep doing this, Jesus. So we got some stuff planned. Coming up. So that's what the April event in Atlanta, my city, is going to be about. So we're working out the details of that. So when you join us in the mentorship, your ticket to come join us is included in that for the first person to join us. And then you get the call with me so that you can start applying for grants, winning grants, and have that experience as a collective. Because to me, it's not just about me making money. No, we're in this together, baby. You making money and I'm making money. We're making money together, and let's go have a bougie experience together. So I don't know. It brings so much joy to my face, to my heart, helping women win this money. And it's not just one time. This is ongoing, y'all. And my other favorite part is to see, like Tay, she knows how to go find this money. I give y'all a list of 13 places, secret places, not just Google, that you can go find grant money. And Tay has been doing it. She pops up this summer. It's like every other week, every 2 weeks. Tay got a $5,000 check in her hand for something. So she's won the Lenovo grant. It was $5,000. It's a technology grant. They gave her a new Baputa. So she has a new laptop, new desktop, new tablet, and a new Fitbit watch. They gave her extra $500. They also, she got like the mouse, the keyboards. She shared one with her daughter. She's like, I'm running out of room to put this stuff. I was like, that's a great problem to have. She got a new printer. She was their runner up for their $50,000 opportunity. Just all of that just brings me joy. So I enjoy watching you win, winning with you. So that's why I give you a list of grants. I give you other programs you can go apply to, get in for free. We just got one of our clients into a program last night because she was one that's multi-passionate, a lot of business ideas, didn't know where she wanted to start. She and I have been going back and forth for months about just pick a business. So we finally got her to narrow down what she needed funding for most, and then which program she would do. So she applied. She's about to get in. She's just waiting on her acceptance letter. All because she's in our mentorship program, and I referred her. And I wrote 2 letters of recommendation yesterday, which is a bonus that I give to my clients as well. So I said all that to say, I hope you're ready. Okay, Slay says finishing up. Okay, you said you're done. Yay! Welcome, Slay today. Congratulations on claiming your scholarship to join us in the mentorship. Let me know that second page popped up for you, my dear. There's a second page that pops up that is your welcome packet. It's your link to give you access to the membership portal, and it has your welcome packet in it. So let me know you got that. If not, I'll just send you the email real quick before I go to make sure you get it. 1419. Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Anyway, I'm just clicking around. What questions can I answer for those of you who have questions? Anything about joining the mentorship, about what you get in the mentorship, about what we've been talking about so far? Make sure I ain't messing nothing up. No, it's a second page. Let me just go ahead and email you real quick. Give me 1 second. I have to talk myself through it so I can concentrate. Okay, Diamond Queen is still hanging out with us. So, oh yes, you can still hear me loud and clear. What other questions y'all got? Any other questions? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to. Our grants usually require that you pay a processing fee. Some of them will. I think I mentioned that it's a grant out now for it has like a $50. They don't call it a processing fee; they just say it's an application fee. So you may see that. It's not a bad thing. You just have to determine, does this look like something that you want to pay for? So I always like to use the one that I did. The last grant that I paid for, it was like a $35 application fee. It was from a grant that I had won before. And so I still did my research, due diligence, make sure this is legit. People have won this. And so I went ahead and paid and signed up and I won. So I paid $35 and I won 1,500. Then I also won an additional $12,000 in other prizes that came with it. So would you apply for something like that? Let me know. Because I need to know, like, not the odds of winning or nothing like that per se. But yeah. Let me know first. If you know that was a possibility. I'm multitasking, y'all. So I've been trying to concentrate a little bit. Be on it, would you apply? Let me know. And then Slay, I am sending you an email, girl. Hold on. Phone number. We got it. We got it. We got it. Legine, what's your business? What are you looking for grants for? And YouTube, I'm not looking at the screen right now, but if you got a question, put it in the chat and I'll come back and answer. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to concentrate. So I'm messing that up. 2692. Let me start over. Oh, stay messing stuff up. Okay. All right. I think this is good. Thank you, Jesus. Done. Okay. Got one thing checked off my list. Okay. Let's get you this email here. Find your email address real quick. Make sure you get your welcome packet. Miss Clarissa. So your government name, girl. Y'all got questions? Give me one moment. Dione, are you in the mentorship? Let me know. I think you are. I've been trying to keep up with y'all. It's over 700. I need to sit here and do my numbers with y'all because I always get behind on those when it comes to how many our exact count. But at last count, we were like right at 700. All right, Miss Slay, I just sent your email, girl. Let me know you got it. You said it will be transportation. What kind of transportation? Give me as much information as you can so I can help you best. If not, I don't know how to help. Let me check on YouTube. Okay, I don't see any comments on YouTube. You got it. Yay. Click the link in there and it'll send me an email and I can give you access into the portal. Is the book coming audio? The audio portion is the app that's reading the book to you. I lost my house shoes, y'all. I don't know how they got way over there. I can't even reach them. The audio book, quote unquote, is the app that's gonna read the book to you. So you get a little AI voice reading to you. And if you like me and you like to speed it up, you can listen at 2x speed, I think. That's how I listen to books and podcasts and stuff. With the membership, does it help you? Wait a minute, I've missed the question from earlier. Hold on. Oh, Slay, you said, will the course help me with pitching for grants? So you're asking two different questions. So pitching is for small business pitch competitions. You'll see the layout for how to pitch in small business pitch competitions. Everything from here's what to put in a video if they're asking for a pre-recorded pitch video where you talk about your business on camera for 60 seconds to 2 minutes. Here's exactly what questions to answer if they don't tell you. Then you'll see me pitch in a competition that was on Zoom where I won for my region, which is the southern region of the United States, covering like Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, and Texas, and Florida. So I won for the southern region. And then Tay, who is our reigning champion of small business pitches, she is in like live on stage pitch competitions. Hold on, Clarissa, I'm laying in, girl. Okay, refresh your last email, Miss Slay, and it should show you the whole learning portal. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's a pitch. And then as far as grants, applying for grants, I know not only show you what to say on the grant applications, I help you prep for the most frequently asked questions on the grant applications, and then I give you a literal copy of a grant that I won. It's my application where they graded it, and I got access to it. I wasn't supposed to, but I downloaded it and I put it in the book. Okay. So two different things, both are in there. So yes, and send me questions if you got them. I'll show you where to find it in the program. Legine says, with the membership, does it help you like find grants? It comes with a list of grants with over $1.2 million in grant funding that's available every month. The list is growing, and so you get access to that right away. We get our list at the top of every month. It just came out like last week. We got it early actually, so we had it about a week so far. And what else? Yeah, we get to look through it. Slay says, "Oh well, God sent me to the right place. Ain't he good? Won't he do it? God is so good. I thank him daily. What would we do without him? I don't even want to know. I don't want to think about that." So, any other questions y'all got for me? Let me know. I'm here. I'm all ears. I'm just getting like other alerts, and I got other stuff I got to check off my to-do list while I'm on here with y'all. Text messages. Okay. God is good. All of the time. All right. If you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin. My lips are dry now. I've been talking so much. Founder of BlackWomenInGrants.com, where I help Black women for profit, small business owners find, apply for, and win grants. What questions y'all got about grants? Talk to me. Diamond Queen, you still with us on YouTube? Question you got? Let me know, girl. Let me know. Y'all good? I think we're good. Y'all quiet. Last call for questions before we go. Blackwomeningrants.com is where to come join us. Um, Lejean, you had questions about the membership. Are you joining us in the membership? Let me know. If you need me to wait, just put wait as you get registered. And I'll make sure you get logged in as well, just like we just got Miss Slay logged in. She now has access to the portal. Okay. Just being nosy, y'all. All right, that's all I got. Y'all are quiet. It's weird when y'all are quiet. Slay, you good? You got any questions? Lejean, you got any questions? Dione, any questions before we go? Thank y'all for the love. I see the 472 hearts. I see you. Diamond Queen, you good? We're about to log out on YouTube. Let me know. We already logged out for Facebook. And then I was gonna try to bring us on Instagram, but I heard it ain't really no point in doing that. I don't know how true that is. All these social media platforms are changing. I don't like it. I remember the good old days where we would have hundreds of people on our lives and teaching and talking and having fun, and now slowly going away. So we are on YouTube over at blackwomeningrants.com. Just fill out the dot. That's where I will be hosting our lives when TikTok goes away again. I'm so proud of myself. I'm just like easing myself into this because TikTok is bae. It's first choice. Okay. I've been here for 2 years with y'all every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll try to get in as many lives as we can before whatever happens with the platform happens. I just don't want to be caught up like last time, child. I was going through withdrawal. Like, Lord, what is we gonna do? So what we gonna do is move over to YouTube and keep it moving. And then those of y'all in the mentorship, I'll be seeing y'all live in Atlanta. I'll be seeing y'all on some of our upcoming virtual trainings. And I'll definitely be hearing from y'all as you start to win grants for your Black woman owned for profit small business. So follow this page while you can if you're on TikTok. YouTube, if y'all want to come be nosy, we're Black Women in Grants on TikTok. We got 84,000 followers on TikTok. We got just over 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. I just know that we can build a community just as large as or bigger than the one we formed here on TikTok. So I'm not worried about that. Just trying to get all of y'all over to our platform there. So that's all I got for y'all. Follow these pages, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Diamond says, I'm going to go over to the site to check out more. I'm interested in learning more about grants. The website, Diamond, again, I'll try to put it in the chat here, www.blackwomeningrants.com. There we go. So copy and paste that or type it right in or click the link in the description. I think I put that in here if I did it right. I'm still learning YouTube Live. That's why I'm filtering y'all into TikTok because it won't always let me use my camera. So we're going to hopefully they'll let me fix that. But that's all I got. I am headed to the website now, blackwomeningrants.com, checking on our mentees. I'm going to go do our numbers. So when I see y'all again, I should have updated count. We may be over 700. I got a goal to help 1,000 ladies, but Right now we're doing our scholarship price. So every lady may not get the scholarship price. So if you're in that crew, congratulations. You got blessed, okay? It is worth so much more than the financial investment because you are learning a skill that you're gonna make that money back, no problem. You can go get the value of your investment right now. If you just scroll to that second page of your welcome packet, Slay, look at the 4 other programs I tell you to go join for free. That's how you get your investment back right away. It's a quick win. Go apply for these other programs, get accepted for free on my behalf. And then as you go out and win more grant funding, you only multiplying your investment right back into your pocket. Amen. And if y'all know of anyone, any Black woman, for-profit small business owner that can use help, mentorship, coaching, training around how to get her business funded debt-free through non-traditional funding like grants and grant-funded opportunities like small business pitch competitions, contests, giveaways, bursaries, partnerships, sponsorships, contests, you name it. All of that's part of grants and grant-funded opportunities. And I teach you how to do it over at blackwomeningrants.com. So come join us. YouTube, I am logging off. Y'all have a great day. Thank y'all for joining us.